Hi, this is Kitty Ghost Star, and I'm going to share some insights about D4vd, the case. He's known as David Burke. He's 21 years old. He's an American singer, songwriter, and he had something with Fortnite, like a content creator from Houston, Texas. He rose to fame in 2022, and he had hits like The Romantic Homicide and Here With Me. So he's currently facing these charges about the killing of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Now, I want to get into this. I really want to dive into this because this is a serious case, and I know a lot of people been throwing their little 2 cents in here. It's so filthy to the point where I'm just like, oh my god, I can't even see like the blue sky from the gray sky. I can't see it anymore. But let's just say in the past when it was freshly new, I was into it. And I'm going to tell you the first thing that I picked up about this case with D4vd, known as David Burke. I felt like he was set up by someone close to him. It was someone like a jealous figure, someone who knew him. Okay? I'm gonna just take you on a journey. Let's go. Do I think he's innocent? Yes. I think he's innocent. Why? Why do I think he's innocent? Well, again, this case is so messy. You can believe this, you can believe that. It's wherever you want to go with it. And I know a lot of people want to feel like a lot of people want to look at him for taking an underage girl and grooming her. Okay. I'm going to get into that, just not right now. Why do I think he's innocent? I feel like he just didn't have any involvement in it. He had so much going for him. He could have done this, he could have done that. And here's the mysterious thing. Like, why would you park your Tesla in front of in a neighborhood and the smell of it, it messed up. People were just like complaining about the smell. So, there's like, what the hell is this? They tow the car, put it at a junkyard type thing, and that's that, right? Getting to my point, why would you ruin your career for all of that? It's interesting to me. It's very interesting to me. But I do think he's innocent. I feel like there was a string of people involved. Like a lot of people was involved in the killing of her. And I'm going to get right into it. I'm just going to say it. I think her family had something to do with it. And I strongly feel that her family was behind a lot of it. That's just what I feel, is what I see. When I first looked at the picture, and this was a back in the day picture, I found a picture of the whole family together, even when Celeste was very young. I was looking at the mother. The mother, she just, honestly, evil-like. Like, she doesn't, like, she would be the type that would throw you 6 feet under for any little thing. I don't know. Money, fame, whatever, to get above others, to get what she wants. She just seems like that type. I don't know if she's like if she, I say, yeah, she's part of the involvement of her death, of Celeste's death. And this was probably, what am I trying to say? And I don't want to just say words just to say words. So there's times where I'm going to have to look up words because, yeah, I may not know what it technically means yet, but maybe it was, premeditated. But I again, I'm going to knock that out for a second because what I want to get at, that's what I see in the mother. Now, let me go to the brother. Well, I get to the brother last. Let me go to the father. The father, I felt like when I looked at him, like he regrets something. Regrets doing something. I don't know. It could be like being involved like with that. Because he's the father. He could have stopped a lot of this. I mean, usually in families, right? Doesn't the father mostly have control? Yeah, right. I know, right? It can be the mother, right? It all depends on the situation, right? I felt like he feels guilty about something. Like he regrets doing something, is what I just kept picking up on him. And we're going to go to the sister. The sister seems more like sick to me. I feel like she gets off on any little thing. It could be the death of Celeste or anything. She gets off on things, okay? Sick minded, like, that's how I see it. Okay. Now we're going to go straight to the brother. The brother's, I saw him as a bully. That's what I picked up on him. Like, he's like a bully. He's the type that might stab somebody, strangle somebody. I'm just saying, okay? Like, yeah, but do I believe that the brother had something to do with killing her completely? Yeah, I do. But again, this is a whole family thing. This is them coming together, and they, just did a lot of stuff like that. So I believe that her family, for number one, was involved in all of that. What was it for? What was it about? Money, fame. I do know Celeste Rivas Hernandez wanted that for sure. She wanted to rise to fame along with David Burke. And it's funny because when I was saying this at one point, I picked up Celeste Burke. Like, she wanted to be married to him. I found that very interesting. I did. Hey, that's just how I feel about that. That's what I'm feeling through, okay? Celeste, yeah, she wanted the fame. She wanted to be beside D4vd. And let's get to the sacrificial, because people made remarks about her being, or saying things about her being sacrificed. I see what they mean about that, because it looked very sacrificial. The cutting up, chopping this dismemberment of her body, it was literally chopped up. Very sacrificial looking. Gruesome. When you sacrifice, you do it for something. You do it for the money. You do it for the fame. And who would you sacrifice? Someone close to you. That means a lot. It's a possibility this was like a sacrifice thing to get, I'm just gonna say, mostly like money, with the family money. There was a lot of, when you look at the music industry, she did hang out with the music industry because she was around David Burke. That right there, you would think, right? You would think like, yeah, someone in the music industry did it. I don't see that. They saw her around David a lot. Maybe lied about her age. I don't know. See, these are things I don't know. This is a mess. This whole case is definitely a mess. You really have to see it for what it is, but you have to see it with like a clean eye. You can't base everything off what other people say, because if you do that, it's going to make you believe this and 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 this may not be the truth. You're gonna have to find that within you, right? Yeah. I'm just saying that don't get confused or get your mind all messed up in every little thing that's out here. And some of this stuff is like AI-ish. Believe me, you got stuff out here. You got so many lies. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's genuine. Nobody knows. That's why this case can go either way, and you can pinpoint it on one person, which is David Burke. But I don't believe that David Burke was behind all of this. You see that they tried to throw the say something like he had like chainsaws and this kiddie pool thing, and he watched her. Those are claims. These are claims. It's not the truth. These are claims. I'm claiming this. I'm claiming that. So again, just, you can listen to it, but keep your eyes open, because the truth, it's out there. It's just how we're going to get to the truth, to the bottom of it. What was it technically about? What was this death technically about? What happened? All right. David Burke is an artist. Of course he made these videos like blood, like the blood stains and this and this and this. If you look at his music videos, you'll see it. And I feel like he would buy like little things like chainsaws or whatever to be involved in his music videos. He's an artist, of course. Yeah, I'm just looking at everything. I'm not gonna listen to what there's, because they're trying to paint a picture that he's fully guilty. They want to really just throw him away, like throw away the key, like he did it. And we're gonna also look at what people are saying in social media. Again, people in social media, they're throwing their 2 cents in there. They saying they heard this, they heard that. You ever played that game as a kid? Like you whisper in the ear, like the first person, you say what you say in someone's ear, like the first one, and then it keeps going around that classroom until it gets to the last person. And when it gets to the last person, they say something totally different. It had nothing to do with what was first stated, what was first said. This case is like that. You have to be careful of what you're hearing. Not everybody is going to make sense. Oh yeah, she said this, she did this, look at this, look at that, with those text messages, that's being viral out here, getting viral. You don't even see the whole thing. They're not posting the whole thing. I want to see the whole thing before I even say like, wow, this is wow. I want to be like that. But if I can't do that and I'm still guessing and I'm still question marking stuff, then no, I can't believe it fully the way I want to. You have to give me more. Like, why did it lead into that conversation? Like with the conversation saying something like, I bled with David, but I didn't bleed with Gus. I want to know more about that. And was it really a real text? I want to know more. Again, you have AI, you have all this technology out here. Things can just be this, it can be that, it can be whatever it wants to be. That's the sad part. We're not working on truth out here. Everything is working on backward lies. It's weird. So just consider that this stuff that's out here that's being said, claimed, or whatever, just remember that it may not be what it is. Hear me when I say what I say. It may not be what it is. Lies are all out there. All right, getting back. Okay. Her family, though, I just feel like there's just something about that family that's just fucked up in every freaking way. They're sick. That's just how I see them. And if you listen to on the news, like they said something like, like Elsinore I think Lake Elsinore police for this and whatever and whatever, and she enjoyed dancing and movie nights and blah blah. Look, hear me out when I say this. The way it came off, it didn't sound like someone was in grieving. It didn't sound like that. So if you felt through that, then you know what I know. It just didn't sound right. Nothing about that sound right. So that's the reason why I was like, wait, hold on for a second. If you're grieving someone, you would be more, like sentimental, like you would be more, it hurts to talk about someone dying. You wouldn't be like, think this, I think that blah blah blah. Really? I'm just saying that this is a hard case to break. I will admit, this is a very hard case to break. It's like an eggshell. Can it break? I don't know. And eggshells can break. But I'm just saying, all right? I'm just putting something to something, all right? This is a very dark case. I don't think there was a lot of good intentions at all, obviously, duh. we can take it back. Like we can. This goes way back, way back. She had a troubled household. They fought a lot. If you can get down to the bottom of that, just keep going through that, reasoning with that. She kept running away. They would call the cops a lot, many times, until one time, it was just like, hey, whatever, I mean, they knew she was dead. They knew that. It's funny how when the story kind of broke out, didn't the parents kind of like, the family kind of leave the house for a second? Like, you didn't see them for a while? I don't know. I heard stuff, and look, it may not be what it is. Maybe that didn't even happen. But things are just like, you can believe this, you can believe that. You have to feel through it. All right? Just letting you know. All right, going down. I want to speak about Neo Langston. I looked at him in a picture. The first thing that I picked up on that fool. He's heartless and he's a liar. Yeah, that's what I picked up on him. He's like petty, like very petty, like him being arrested that time for not showing up, and then he said something that he has receipts and blah blah blah, and he hates that he's connected to that dickhead, whatever. He didn't want to be connected to D4vd. He said he has receipts to prove it. That guy, he's like I don't know, like close to like a psychopath in a way, the way I see him. A player, like playing this. And psychopaths love to play. They'll play a little role here and there. They'll do that just to hey, you saw my face, right? They're freaky. They're weird. They like doing that. And then they get out of the situation, and it's like, wait, what? Okay. That's how they play. That's their role, okay? So I kind of see him as that. He has a role. I feel like, yes, he is definitely part of the strings of people that's behind Celeste. Her death. But here's one thing that I need to talk about. He's close to D4vd, David Burke. He's close to him. The way I read those two, I had to look at those two for real, in a photo. They're more than that. More than friends. Romantic, I picked up. Yeah, so they've been with each other. So now we're just looking at David Burke being like, I would say he could be bisexual. Like, we can say bisexuality. We could say, but I don't want to box anybody. It's not good to box, right? I don't think it's good to box, but living in a 3D world, it's always good to box. So everybody knows this and this and this. Oh, you're that. Yay, I feel safe now. Crazy people out here for sure. Living in a D4D world, living in a 3D world. It's like, you have to name it. You have to say what it is. No, I saw them as lovers. That's his boyfriend. And get this. He's connected to everything on D4vd. He's connected to his car, his house, the things that he owns. Think about that for a second. He has access to D4vd. He can get anything he wants and use it against D4vd. Why? Because, my gosh, he was with him. He knows everything. So, come on. I believe he took that drove that car around and with the whatever the chopped up pieces or whatever. He wanted to set him up. He wanted to set him up so he could never get out of that situation. Yeah, he was jealous of he was jealous of him. He was definitely jealous. Wanted to pull him down. And he did a damn good job. He did an amazing job. I'm just like, wow, he went the mile on that one. just because I don't know if he got hurt by D4V. I don't know the story behind those two. I don't know what happened, but my God, he set him up and showed out. He did. So now what? Now what? Nobody is looking into these cases. You can believe what you want. I want you to believe what you want. I'm just trying to open up your perspective a little bit more. I just want you to shift a little bit here and there. That's what I'm trying to do. What do you see? How do you feel? And I know people will get initially what they felt in the beginning. True. But you're working off emotions from hate, from disgust, whatever. You work from the heart. I'm trying to tell you how to get here, okay? I want you to get here. Because when I was feeling through this case, I'm not judging him. I'm not judging technically anyone. Even when I looked at her family, it's just what I'm picking up. I'm not technically judging. I just see it for what it is. And I will say it. And that's it. But I don't want to judge that. Because honestly, I forgive everyone behind whatever happened. And I'm sure Celeste Rivas Hernandez, I'm sure she forgives because she's on the other side. So she's going to look at it from a different perspective. But of course, she still needs her justice. So she can finally fully move on if she hasn't already. I just want to kind of shine some light on what could have been, what could have happened. There's a lot of stuff that happened. People that she was with, and Gus, I think about this character named Gus, and only because it's from that, she didn't bleed with Gus. Who is Gus? If you go back, people will say is Gustavo Morales, which he got shot and killed. And then the brother talked about that. And that was back in 2020, I believe. So that doesn't really relate currently to like what happened. I can't say anything about that, honestly. I want to, and I wanted to believe it was him that killed Celeste. But if he got killed in 2020, then what? No, sorry, not him. He's dead. Is it the Gustavo Morales, the real one? Is his name truly Gustavo Morales? Or is it just someone named Gus, but that's all we get? Like, who is he? And that's something I want to kind of fill into. The Gus and the Gustavo Morales, does that even add up? Is Gus the guy that she was talking about? That's Gustavo Morales. Is it the two same people? I don't think so. I think it's a different one. So we can kind of like get that out. I don't know why the brother would confuse or do anything like that. But again, this was all premeditated. This was all was going to happen. This was going to happen regardless. It was planned. This is about money. People do strange things for money. They do. Another thing, people need to start basing their experiences off, like, thinking like this is what it is. Like with Celeste's family, saying that the mother, she had, she had to be tough like that. She wanted to keep her in the house or whatever. She's just being a mother. You don't know what that woman was being. You don't know. You don't know what was going on in that house. You don't know. Again, stop basing experiences off what you think, like, people have cruel hearts. You may not believe that is that freaking deep and dark. Trust me, it is out here. Over something as little as money. Money. Okay? People do fucked up things for money. That's just what I see. All right? But again, you can believe whatever you want. Another thing, I want to talk about that Tesla again, because I'm sorry, that freaking Tesla. What the hell? And it's so confusing. It's so confusing about that damn Tesla. Who was the last person that drove it? And they're going to blame it on David Burke. They say he was the last one. Here's the thing. Last year, I remember when this story was fresh, like, and I was so into it. I was like, oh my God, what? Like, who did that? And again, I didn't think it was David at all. I saw him as being innocent. When David Burke was on tour, how come that car still, like, how come it was out here moving around in the neighborhood, and who did that, right? So apparently David Burke was not the last person who was in that car. He wasn't. If I go back and I think about this stuff, like what they said, because everything is like changing up now. Like we in the lies year, like this is the lion year, and shoot, if you don't know what it is, if you can't figure it out, then hey, it is what it is. I'm just gonna throw it out here and say this is what it is, and you believe it. And you got greedy ass mofos out here who will paint a picture just to say this is what happened. This is what happened. Yep. And you believe it. And then you got someone like him. He's going to go down for all of these things. And I'm going to go out with a boom with this because I got other things to tell you that I just don't believe yet. I'm sorry. Again, it's what I see. It's what I feel. Everyone has a different opinion on this and this and this. Okay. We all do. Believe what you want. These lawyers or whatever, I don't know what the hell David Burke, I feel like he has evidence, but everything is just getting distorted right now because it's like new lies coming out of corners. Like there's a lie that just came out the corner over there. There's another lie, but these are all claims. Everything is claims. Claims is nothing. It's like setting a fire and you see the fire and yeah, it's a fire. Oh my God, it's hot. You made a claim on, setting a freaking fire and everybody is burning, whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to get somewhere with this, but I know I didn't do a good job on that one. That was a bad analogy. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. It was nothing I can do about that. But look, all I'm saying is none of this stuff is making any sense. It's not adding up. Nothing is adding up right now. And I'm only trying to date back to 2024, 25, whatever was last year. I'm sorry. This case been going on for a while. It makes you think like, what the hell? I mean, it's been out here for a long time now. And then you got new people who hasn't even heard of David Burke. No, hasn't even heard of him. And they're throwing their freaking 2 cents in here. Oh, he's a pedophile. And that's all people saying. Damn. Like, was he really though? Like, they say like, okay, so he was born in 2005 and they saying like she could have been 11 when he first met her, 11 or 12. I don't know. Which means he's 17 and she's this. He may be grooming her. Yeah. This woman, oh my God, I don't know why I called her a woman. Don't fuck with me on that one. I don't know. It came out. All right. Some people grow up too fast. Okay, they do. I don't know why I said that. All right, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up about that. Okay. Getting back. Jesus, that actually fucked me up. It fucked up my mindset till I can't even get to where I need to go on this. Oh my God, I'm trying to take you guys on a journey here. And when I said that, whoa. Okay. This girl, again, she grew up in a troubled home. And D4vd would be more like someone who would take her out of that to help her. In a way, like coaxing. To coax her. If I'm saying that word right. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Like he would try to help her out. Grooming, I don't know. He saw her as someone to save. I think he just wanted to save the girl. Yeah, there was a freaking text message that came out said, all we do is have sex. I want something more. Look, what? And I know people's going to believe it. Was that text message, was it real? I don't think it was real. I'm sorry. I don't think it was real. You got people out here who still scandalizing right now because things are coming out of the blue. Like, why is it coming out of the blue right now? It just, hey, this is this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, what the fuck? Why wasn't it said earlier? Oh, I'm just discovering this now. I know things was like undercover and now they want to, put the pieces together and say this and that. But there is some lies. Beware. New stuff. Yo, I got a remix over here. You want to hear it? Okay, here goes. That's what it sounds like to me. Remixes. So, I don't know. I'm going to go out with a boom on this one because I need to get out of this discussion before it just set my ass on fire. But I'm going to say this. D4vd and Celeste Rivas Hernandez, did they have sex with one another? Did they actually have sex with one another? I'm going to say no. I never believed they did. I never believed it. Even though you got these text messages saying this and this and this, I just don't believe they ever had sex. You can call it what you can say whatever you want. Again, this is my opinion. This is what I believe. This is for your entertainment purposes only. Let's just say this is what this is, because these are everything are conspiracies. You can believe what you want. So this is what this is used for. Your entertainment purposes only. Okay, believe what you want and take it however far you want. But I really do hope the truth comes out for sure. I still believe he's innocent, and that's just how I'm gonna claim it. So see, I said claim it. Like everybody else is claiming it. I'm going to claim this. I'm going to claim that. Watch out for these claims, right? Watch out for my claim. I could have said something that may not be, but it's what I'm feeling through. I mean, I'm just saying what I feel. Okay. I don't believe he was behind all of that crazy stuff. That's just too much for one person to put themselves through. And at the same time, oh yeah, let me leave my Tesla here. This is really going to tell on me. Like, what the fuck? You got all this going for you and you're going to leave your Tesla somewhere for someone to discover it and say, hey, we know who did it. He didn't have a brain when he did it. He just drove right into the neighborhood and left a dismembered body all like, yep, he didn't care. Just left it right there while he went on tour. That was that. Gotta go. I'll come back and deal with it later. What? I mean, look, I don't know. Take it for how you want to see it. But hopefully it makes sense in your head. If it makes sense in your head, then okay. I'm not going to say nothing. Just see it for what it is. I'm going to get out of this conversation for real. So this is Kitty Gold Star. And I will speak to you soon.